Eagles fans, how we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Not every game is going to be pretty. Not every game is going to be clean. Not every game is going to go according to plan. And this was one of those games. But at the end of the day, the old saying goes, a win is a win. This is for playoff seeding. This can have implications on potential home field advantage once the playoff does come. This was a grind out, ugly win, but the Philadelphia Eagles pulled it off on the road against the Green Bay Packers 10-7. And I'm already letting you guys know, be ready for some weird questions asked towards A.J. Brown. Be ready for some questionable responses coming from A.J. Brown after he doesn't get featured in the offense. He finishes the game with 2 catches for 13 yards on 3 targets. One of those targets was a late 4th and 6 in the fourth quarter. Nick Sirianni, dude, you got to go for a field goal at that point. I get it. You trust Jalen Hurts to make the play. Should have thrown it on the outside shoulder of A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown doesn't really fight through the defender to try to come back to the ball. Just be ready for A.J. Brown to put on a stink face during post-game interviews, but I digress. Jalen Phillips, his first game in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform, he showed up, he showed out, he recovered a fumble, he finished the game with 6 total tackles. Nakobe Dean all over the place, 7 tackles and a sack, and a tackle for a loss. Zach Bond, 8 tackles. Even Brandon Graham didn't have a huge impact on the game, but he did make a play late in the fourth quarter, disrupting a swing pass in the backfield. So, hey, a win is a win is a win. As far as the Green Bay Packers concerned, they lost to Carolina last week. They lose at home against the Eagles this week. Jordan Love, I mean, if you're a Packers fan, what did Jordan Love really give you today? What did Jordan Love give you today that you have to hold on to that makes you want to say, this was great? 20 for 36, 176 yards, 55 completion percentage, got sacked 3 times. The running game didn't really get up and going. 21 attempts, 74 yards. The late fumble by Josh Jacobs. I think people really underestimated this Philadelphia Eagles defense. Jordan Love needs to play better, but this Philadelphia Eagles defense does not get the respect that it deserves. I got to be honest. The Philadelphia Eagles defense does not get the respect that it deserves. And when you add Jalen Phillips to the fray, when you add Michael Carter to the fray, I mean, Quinion Mitchell went down early in the game. He came back. He ended up finishing the game. Lane Johnson went down at some point in this game. Not everyone's going to be a pretty win, but a win is a win is a win. Kevin Patullo, back to his offense of just spamming dives, inside zones. Saquon Barkley ran the ball 22 times for only 60 yards. That's not good. Instead of getting stronger as the game wore on, the running game got weaker as the game wore on. Where was Tank Bigsby? Tank Bigsby only had 3 attempts. Why? He literally just came off a 100-yard game 2 weeks ago, and we followed that up with only 3 attempts for Tank Bigsby. This was a pathetic showing from the offense. Yes, the Packers brought pressure. The Packers brought some heat. But as far as a play calling standpoint goes, this didn't look like how we looked against the Minnesota Vikings. This didn't look anything to write home about, if we're being honest over here. You look at the last 2 games, that the Philadelphia Eagles have played against the Giants, against the Vikings. 38 points against the Giants, 28 points against the Vikings, and then they followed it up with only 10 against the Green Bay Packers. This offense needs to be more consistent. Score 31 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we followed it up with 10 against the Green Bay Packers. What I will say about this game, this felt like the first cold weather game in the NFL season. This felt like the first cold weather, late in the season, playoff implications on the line game all season. And I think that contributed to some of the ugliness that we saw on the field. But a win is a win is a win. Get ready for what A.J. Brown's going to have to say. I want to hear what Nick Sirianni has to say about the decision to go for it on fourth down instead of kick a field goal and force them to march down the field on fourth down late in that game. But we shall see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like the video, comment, subscribe. What did you feel about the new players to this team? Brandon Graham coming back, Jalen Phillips all over the place. Zach Bond continues to be an all-pro caliber linebacker. See you next time. Comment, subscribe. Peace!